I love people who are still in the game, but were in the game when the game first began, like writing the initial rules of the game, right? I
Wasn't
love,
a game. Yeah, it
yeah,
wasn't a game.
when there was no game, and I can't say that I was there, you know. So I always am interested in hearing just some of the stories from back then. Like to me, it's just fascinating the idea of how the initial business model for online advertising was created. You know, like
Yeah,
now this is something that is so, you know, the idea of an ad auction, for example, right, as just
yeah.
a business model and a piece of technology is so commonplace. But man, like it wasn't always a thing, you know.
No, no. In fact, I mean, it was crazy when I sat down at that job. Online advertising was banner ads, and the big win that we thought we would have is that if somebody did a search for a particular term, we could associate the banner ad to that search.
Mm,
And when we did that, I mean, these were massive databases, literally on Excel spreadsheets that like I would have to hard code into the actual search algorithm. Like that's how new and ridiculous it was. And I don't know how to code. There was a copy and pasting.
right.
And yeah, we thought about because the search results, it was a meta search engine called mama.com. And because the search results that we were aggregating would often return not great results, our idea in our department was like we should sell the top result. And at the time, the CEO and founder thought that that was completely poisoning the well. Like you can't do that. And the CTO actually went off and built a tangential search engine to demonstrate how he could, through auction or bidding, rank the actual search results. And again, we actually thought about launching that as a separate search engine unto itself. We didn't. Um, and then clearly there were platforms out there that then developed into what Google really optimized. But to give you an idea about those early days, Larry and Sergey from Google will often talk about how they, in the beginning days of Google, they would hop on the phone with other competitors and have conversations about what technology they were doing and how they were doing stuff. And I was actually on that call with Larry
Wow.
and Sergey when they were still sort of in university thinking about like, what could this be? So it's been a long, amazing, incredible ride. And for me, it's such a pleasure. Like I get to go to the HubSpot event Inbound, which is a massive event.
Yeah.
And I always walk in, I'm like, there's like 20,000 people here, whatever it is. And I'm like, there was 200 in the first days, like
Yeah.
at a hotel, at a user group, you
Right.
know? And to just see that like the industry is so big and so strong and humbling, like nobody knows who I am, which is great, you know?
Yeah.
It's an amazing thing to just be to know that you were really thinking aggressively in early days about what could this be. So it
Right.
was great.